Last season, Pittsburgh swept Baltimore on their way to the AFC North title. Today is their first matchup of the year, and it's coming up next.
Two hard-hitting blue-collar franchises, one of the better rivalries going. The Ravens and Steelers are underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Now he dumps this off over the middle. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Haskins. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Johnson. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Oh, that's a very good run there by Najee Harris, who can take it inside. He can get to the perimeter. He can do it all with his build and his speed. This is a guy coming out of Alabama who did everything for the Crimson Tide.
Pressure gets to Haskins, and down he goes. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and it's third down. From the gun, it's Haskins. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. Now Jackson back into his end zone. They'll roll him out right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. That one good for 37 yards.
Ordinarily, when you're backed up this deep, most teams like to play it on the safe side, but not these guys. They took a big shot downfield and wound up hitting it for a big play. Back them into a corner, they come out swinging.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Cameron Sutton, and they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
Andy, do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Now it's Haskins. And his throw is incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And that'll bring running on second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
On second down, this is Harris. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens' 25. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either
not
way.
the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Play action. It's Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. I have to imagine many defensive coordinators had a sleepless night trying to game plan ways to slow down Lamar Jackson. What do you think is the most effective way to try to do it?
Well, you've got to be a little counterintuitive, because normally you're sitting on the wide receiver 1, aren't you? But with Lamar Jackson, I'd sit on the tight end. He loves to throw into the middle of the field, loves that position as his #1 target. Take that away and hope you have a corner who can stand up man-to-man against a speed guy on the perimeter.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Jackson flushed out right. This is caught. It's Brown. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Play action. Now Jackson rolling to his right. This is caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a 1st down. Dobbins trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Dobbins once more. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens have taken the lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Returning it, Johnson. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. To throw on 2nd and 10. Haskins. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Chase Claypool, the intended target. 3rd down here.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
Going deep here for Watkins. That's caught inside the 20. It's a gain of 34.
How about the first half he's putting together? Well over 100 yards already with that last catch. And to me, they'd be well served to keep looking his way. A number of big plays already in this one.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. And they're going to get him. He's sagged back around the 28. T.J. Watt, the all-pro, in there to take him down.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Andrews. They'll get 13 yards for the 2nd play in a row.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up for the 1st and goal.
Edwards. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Now Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 6-yard touchdown run as the Ravens push further out in front.
Well, this defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
Patrick Queen gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. 2nd and 20. Another try after the first down sack. Haskins, short little throw to Ebron. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
That coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Now it's Haskins. It's brought in by Harris. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. The Steelers getting another first down on a bit of a roll. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. Here's Haskins out of the gun. He gets it complete to Harris. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room. Too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught 11 on the field.
Pressure gets to Haskins, and down he goes. Jason McCourty, a safety blitz and a sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's 3rd down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham. You have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
And the next-gen stats, they tell the story. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's Jackson to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Possibly a good spot here to take a shot as they come out with 3 receivers to the left on 2nd and less than a yard. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking for Rashad Bateman there, but now it's 3rd down.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Sliding out of the pocket. He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Marquise Brown with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Here again comes Dwayne Haskins and company.
Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, a little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass. No interceptions for him personally to this point.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Chase Claypool, the intended target, but it's going to be second down. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. From the gun, Haskins on third down. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Here's Haskins. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now Sammy Watkins and the rest of the offense getting set to go again. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. It's caught inside the 25. It's a gain of 34.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They go play action with Jackson. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. That's going to be caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They have certainly looked his way in this third quarter. Another catch, and it's good for a first down. Here's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll start with a give here to Balaj. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to...
Haskins hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he'll be marked down at the 2-yard line. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either.
And he's got it. Touchdown. Oh, but there is a marker on the field. So now the question, who is this on?
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would do
even
for
know
them?
why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
From the 31, Haskins. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Now Haskins to throw it. Short little throw to Ebron. A good rally to the football. Keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now a throw here to his running back. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. Throwing again, here's Haskins. Pressure gets to Haskins, and down he goes. Calais Campbell able to record his 5th sack of the season. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush. What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long in the pocket for their quarterback. And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will finish off this third quarter of play. And the attempted three will have to come from the other end of the field as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the fourth.
Jackson now off the bootleg. Rolling to his right.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
He was looking for Watkins that time, but it'll be second down. Play action. It's Jackson sliding out of the pocket. He's going deep for Brown.
Oh, Brown, a nice catch.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, this is a guy who runs with such balance and control. I mean, he went through that early contact just like he was driving over a speed bump. And he's able to continue his way downfield and wind up in the end zone.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Taken at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
On 2nd and 10, Haskins. They'll set up the screen to Balazs. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Now, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Haskins. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Now Balazs. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
And the Steelers are going to have a first and goal as he's inside the 10 down to the 7-yard line.
11 more on that one and another first down. They run it with Balazs. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Balaj. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. 10 yards there. Good enough for a Raven 1st down.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like that. It got his man complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They'll get 34 yards there.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away, and frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they?